Released in 2022, this 1/6 scale Doomsday Rat Girl figure by GDToys falls in the category of original designer toys. And if you've been with this channel for a while, you might notice I have an affinity for this sort of thing. A Bishoujo style figure in a post-apocalyptic setting? Yes please. But to calm myself from the hype, I must first say that this strange hair sculpt isn't my favorite part about this figure. It just looks weird, like these are dragon scales instead of hair. The overall paint app is also a little doll-like, but I'd say this actually works in favor of the manga-style portrait. It might not have that ethereal caliber, like with IA-Toys' Serene Hound series, but this head sculpt can definitely hold its own for GDToys' vision of this figure. Now, for the benefit of your sanity as well as mine, I'll shield our eyes from that weird hair sculpt by leaving her hat on for most of this review. And I promise things will only get better from here. Because we're moving on to the costume, and we're starting strong with this beautiful jacket. It's got a layer of cotton stuffing to give it that soft yet puffy feel, along with the sheen on the fabric you would expect from this kind of jacket. And best of all, it's littered with a ton of patches. Together with the bold and bright stitchings along the sides, the mismatched sleeve patching on the right, and especially this brilliant mouse logo that's made to look like it's spray painted on. Everything is working harmoniously to give this figure a lot of character. Rounding out the jacket is this fluffy collar, adding even more style to the shoulder line. The lone pink shirt underneath is tastefully tattered. It ends around the belly, which helps to highlight these beautiful jean shorts that are once again tattered by the bottom. And as if everything so far isn't enough of an homage to the cyberpunk aesthetics, this Doomsday Rat is also rocking these black leggings. They're a bit elastic to cope with the knee bend, and I especially like the asymmetric spiky knee pad design. And these bright pink socks poking out of the boots are also very fitting to the theme. The boots are made of leather with plastic bottoms and toe caps. The color and style of this mess of cords by the ankles are once again a recurring design choice. They are pre-assembled, but they will eventually come loose as you graze your hands past them, so do keep an eye out for these. As for the articulations, GDToys used a hybrid seamless body to build this figure. It's a very thoughtful choice because only the torso is seamless, so the joints are completely hidden for exposed body parts like the neck and belly. The boobs are actually a separate piece tacked onto the base body, and they are surprisingly not hollow. I did find it funny that the rubber in the torso is overpowering the joint inside, so the ab crunch is rendered useless. The costume is covering the arms and legs, so anything shoulder and pelvis down are once again jointed, meaning you can leave the figure in a pose for a long time. Everything has a good range of motion to them, even if the pelvis is a bit soft on the side-to-side swing. It's also quite refreshing to see the legs getting a full forward and backward swing. No toe articulations, which isn't surprising, but the ankle joints are stellar. The plethora of accessories are the final pieces to complete GDToys' vision of this figure, and that's why we're starting with these two vibrant bundles of cords. One serves as a necklace of sorts, and the other serves as some kind of knee brace. Both are very much in line with the color motif. Then we have a trapper hat, complete with a fluffy lining, and straps down by the ear flaps. It's adorned with a set of spiky dual-colored fins, and a pair of mouse ears that are actually removable, so they can be reused on this combat helmet, which looks a bit like the one from PUBG. This oversized headgear just goes to show that everything about this character is kinda scrappy. The visor could be fully lowered to assume combat mode. And on that note, this Doomsday Rat is armed with a Thompson submachine gun, complete with a removable magazine, an adjustable chamber lock, fabric wraps on the barrel, and what looks like kill count scratch marks on the side of the weapon. This is such a nice detail. Then we have a plastic combat knife that's rather plain, though GDToys makes up for it with this amazing under construction signpost with a crooked handle for better grip. And despite being made in plastic, the paintwork here really sells how rusty the handle is. And finally, we have a lantern that's preloaded with batteries for the light up feature. There's also a small selection of elegantly manicured gloved hands, but they are enough to get through the post-apocalyptic landscapes. Next we have a few wearables, starting with this messenger bag. It's riddled with the same colorful cords just about everywhere, and it's stuffed with cotton to hold up the shape. This bag is complemented by 3 pins, which are actually just stickers. Now, unfortunately, my clumsy fingers kept brushing them off by accident, and the adhesive became weaker as this happened, so sadly I'll be leaving them off. But that's just a small hiccup for what's coming. Next is this leathery fanny pack. It's nice and squishy thanks to the cotton stuffing. And saving the best for last, we have this adorable little pet mouse. It's completely sculpted in plastic, and it looks like it's standing because it's supposed to be poking its cute little head out of the sardine can. And the best thing is, you can attach this can to the fanny pack with this tiny hook. The smaller end is for the belt buckle, the bigger end for the hinges on the can's lid. And voila, the Doomsday Rat Girl and her mouse companion. For the size comparison, let's bring in the fabled Serene Hound series, Ryan and Tash by i8Toys. Not too surprising that these would be around the same height, as the hybrid bodies underneath are built with very similar proportions. Though one thing I noticed with these Bishoujo figure reviews is that I often forget to pitch them against figures of varying heights. So here we have Master Team's Ellie from The Last of Us Part 2, and Boulder Puncher Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 8. And as you can see, this dystopian cutie is perfectly sized for your 6-scale collection. So there you have it, the 1/6 scale Doomsday Rat Girl by GDToys. From the head sculpts that can definitely use some improvements, to a few shortcomings in its build quality, it has become clear that this release isn't going to be winning any awards. But it doesn't change the fact that the costume and accessories are abundantly stylish, like it's a concept art from a video game. So if you're into collecting unique and obscure figures, this mouse-themed beauty might be a lot of fun for your display. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.